It's my first time trying Malaysian style bak kut teh. Let's take a sip. Ooh, dunk it in the soup. Tiao and bak kut teh always goes well together. Bak kut teh is a popular dish both in Singapore and Malaysia. The name is derived from a Chinese Hokkien dialect which means pork ribs tea or meat bone tea. It's essentially a tasty pork rib soup, and the very first version I tried was Singapore's peppery bak kut teh. I also hear a lot of good things about Malaysia style bak kut teh, which is way different and I have not tried before. The pork ribs is cooked in a broth flavored with Chinese medicinal herbs, dark in color and very aromatic. So in today's video, we're finally gonna try the famous Klang style bak kut teh, and the feast starts here at Ge Bi Lao Wang.
Today I'm going to introduce you guys the Malaysia style Bak Kut Teh. So this is quite famous in Malaysia, the Bak Kut Teh. So actually for the preparing time we need about 8 hours to prepare the soup and the pork rib also. Once the soup is ready, so we will add on some special sauce into the soup. This is quite simple, just a pork rib, pork belly, and tauki and enoki mushroom. Then for the dry one, right, we will use the cuttlefish and then some small chili, dry chili, a little bit of sugar also, and then we will use the pork rib, pork meat, and the pork belly. And this is the oyster pork roast veggie. This is actually one of quite famous vegetable in Penang. So actually you can't really eat this in other place. Oh, the yam rice is actually also quite famous in Johor and Malaysia also. Why it's so famous on the yam rice? Actually, I would say that it's one of the traditional tastes from Malaysia. So most of our parents is actually like this so much. During the COVID time, actually my dad passed away. So actually I wanted to go back to find my father because he already passed away. Once I in Singapore, actually I keep thinking I should do something. One day my mom tell me, right, the store my dad always bring me to go eat, the Bak Kut Teh store is closed due to COVID. So I thinking, why not I just open the Bak Kut Teh store? So it's one kind of memory for myself and for my dad also. I keep testing and trying the taste, which is what my childhood taste. Singapore style Bak Kut Teh and Malaysia totally is different, because from Singapore one will be more for papery soup. For this one will be more herbal soup.
So you came up with the recipe for everything?
Yes, correct. And my partner also, my business partner. Also, I would like to invite you guys and kind of visit us at Geylang East Central 121 and kind of support us. Thank you so much.
I'll be doing the soup Bak Kut Teh first. So basically we already cook the soup. So we just need to reheat for the customer. And this is for the dry Bak Kut Teh. So we got garlic, the cuttlefish and chili.
Alright, so we have ordered up pretty much all the best sellers in their menu. So we have here both types of bak kut teh. We have here the Malaysian style soupy bak kut teh, and then here's a dry bak kut teh. This soup bak kut teh has some herbs and spices in it. That's why it makes it dark as well. And then he topped it off with tofu skin. This is the dry bak kut teh, which has been stir fried just to create that wok hei aroma and flavor. We have here yam rice. It has been stir fried with dark soya sauce. That's why the rice is kind of like dark brown. Then this is stir fried vegetables topped with pork floss. Of course, Tiao goes with any types of soup, whether for pho in Hanoi, I remember, and here in Bak Kut Teh. So let's go and dig in. Let's try the soup. It's my first time trying Malaysian style Bak Kut Teh, and I've always had the peppery version, which is the Singapore version. Let's take a sip. Ooh, you taste all the herbaliness of it with some soy sauce. So it's kind of rich and umami packed, salty, savory, and it just warms you up real quick. So we have here maybe pork meatball. This is the pork belly. Look at that chunky piece. Perfect fat to meat ratio. Look at this piece of pork rib here. It's so hot. Let's try to rehydrate that with the soup. Wow, follow up the bone tender pork rib. I think we need to follow that with the yam rice. The yam rice has some pork as well. Cheers. Oh, that's not pork. That's actually yam. And there's some fried onions in there, which I love the flavor. Alright, so next let's mix this veggie. Pork floss, some lettuce. Mix it all together. Smells so good. Look at that vegetable. Let's try it. The veggie, so fresh and crunchy. Love the lettuce. I'm surprised. This is the sweetness of the pork floss that I got from the first bite, and it's not savory at all. Now let's try to put the Tiao. Dunk it in the soup. Tiao and Bak Kut Teh always goes well together. It's up to you if you want it more crunchy, just dip it for a few seconds, or if you want it to soak up all the herbally goodness of this soup, of this broth, then leave it longer than you want. I love how fluffy this yam rice is. It's also my first time trying yam rice, because I would normally have white rice to go with my peppery bak kut teh. So this is all new to me. I guess this is a Malaysian thing to use a lot of dark soy in the Hokkien mee, bak kut teh, the yam rice. That's what I've been noticing so far. So this is the dry bak kut teh. You can see the pork rib. Wow, they're really not skimping on ingredients here. Look at this pork rib. Then there's some okra here, like a lady finger, pork balls, meatballs. I think these are dried chilies, and then it's just covered in a dark soya sauce, stir fried to have that wok hei. There's some pork belly pieces in here as well. Maybe let's try the pork ball. Haven't tried the pork ball yet. So savory, you need to get a spoonful of rice. That's good. Look at that piece, the pork rib. Take a bite. Yam rice. Sip of the soup. Oh yeah. This just goes on and on. Dry rice, dry bak kut teh. Get some crunch from the veggie. It's so good. It's like a circus. Let's try some okra. Fresh, crunchy. Get that pork belly. Oh yeah. The pork belly just melts in your mouth. So good and flavorful. So soft, tender. Then you got that umami, savoriness and sweetness from the dark soya sauce. So good. Malaysian style bak kut teh. It's a new thing for me. And it can match my favorite dry bak kut teh. I mean, I still love my peppery bak kut teh, but whenever I crave for Malaysian style bak kut teh, I'll come back here. Let's get some veggie for some crunch. So good. So we're gonna finish all of these. I'll see you in a bit. Today was a totally different change of pace. Malaysian style bak kut teh definitely left an impression on me. I absolutely enjoyed the entire experience, tasting a unique, flavor-packed and herbal pork rib soup. Highly recommended. If you guys want to try it, go ahead and visit Ge Bi Lao Wang in Geylang. The complete address is in the description box below, and I'll see you again here in Singapore.